Welcome to Successful Living with Bill Napick. Every week we talk about success and everything that goes along with it. You'll learn the principles of success, how to achieve success, and learn to overcome challenges that may be getting in the way of success in your life. You'll hear from Bill Napick, a radio personality and business development expert, along with insight from special guests. If you're ready to find your path to success or take the success you're enjoying to the next level, stay tuned. Successful Living with Bill Napick is on right now.
And welcome to the show, Successful Living with Bill Napick, and today with Dan Naef and Brett Hatfield. Brett is with Downunda Pools, our new sponsor, and also Dan is with Rise Communities. Gentlemen, welcome to the show.
Woohoo! Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Well, we got a lot to talk about, and boy, Brett, thank you for bringing Dan on the show. First, tell people your company is called Downunda.
Downunda Pools, correct. We're a design company that will build. We're all about luxury lifestyle. We're about detail. We're all over town. And would love for you to contact us. We work with your home builder, with your architect.
And also, Brett, it is downundapools.com?
Yes.
Very nice. In the meantime, let's find out about some things. And it was great that you brought Dan here on the show today. We have Dan Naef. He is with Rise Communities. He is the president, innovator, to say the least. We're going to find out about two communities. Dan, welcome to the show.
Thank you. It's a pleasure being here. So we've been building communities I've been involved since 1990. We've built over 14,000 acres of master plan communities. But this is our first two in the great state of Texas. We have one in the city of Katy called Cane Island, and we have our second one, Meridiana, on 288, just south of 6.
Very nice, and I like that. You just go in there full guns. Let's start two, not just one. Let's do two. Let's start with Cane Island, and that's right off of I-10. It has its own exit called Cane Island Parkway. Easy to find, right?
Yes. Now that exit is open, we are, we talk about two different commutes when you're dealing with master plan communities. Your first commute is your front door to whatever major highway you're traveling to, and then of course your second commute is from that major highway to wherever your point of work is. At Cane Island, the first commute, the one from your front door to I-10, is under 3 minutes, any time of day, 7 days a week, which is one of the primary reasons we purchased that site. That and the fact that it's in the phenomenal Katy ISD.
And very nice. And like even Brett said earlier, he said the word detail. So you have taken a lot of attention to detail in everything you do, because I think the word is amenities that people look for in a master plan community. They want amenities, and you got just a few, don't you? In fact, you're overpouring with amenities.
We say master plan communities are about doing 1,000 different things right, and certainly the amenities are first and foremost. They are the infrastructure that allows community to happen. And so, for example, Cane Island, those amenities start right at our entrance. When you hit our property, again, just 3 minutes off of I-10, off the Cane Island Parkway exit, you come to the first amenity, which is 3-acre lake and 7 30-foot tall fountains. We are all about the culture of Katy. And so, for example, when the Katy Tigers play, and they just did on Friday, we light all those fountains up Katy Tiger red. Just beyond those fountains, at about 1,000 feet later, you hit a sculpture that we had built for us, commissioned just for Cane Island. It was built in Nevada and trucked over here. It's a series of arches that create you drive under it. They're about 100 feet long in both directions, going into Cane Island and coming out. And by day, what you're seeing is a unique steel structure with steel vines and hundreds of glass leaves. And then over this steel structure are real vines that are, slowly growing into this piece of art. That's what it looks like at day. But at nighttime, it turns out that every one of those hundreds of leaves we could control individually, color-wise. So, for example,
because they're light, right?
Because they're all LED lights. So, for example, the program that we're currently working on that we want to release this fall is all the leaves will be this burnt orange color, and they're gently just floating down the sculpture as if, on a beautiful fall day. But the sculpture can sense when a car approaches it. So when the car hits the sculpture plane, the sensor on the sculpture, hopefully it doesn't hit the sculpture, then all those leaves start blowing up around the car as if the car stirred them up. That's a pretty unique entrance into our beautiful Cane Island community. After that, you get to the heart of Cane Island, which is our 4-acre amenity center, and all of this is 100% done and built out. We pride ourselves in having the amenities open up when the model homes open up. So the amenity village, it starts with the ambassador of Cane Island. He's our golden retriever. His name is Hub because Katy is the hub of 3 counties. It's also used to be the rice farming hub of Texas, and it has a railroad hub on it. So we have our own hub, again, sticking to the culture and respect of the land. Hub lives at the amenity village during the day. He goes home with the vice president of Rise Communities at night. We'll talk a little bit more about him in a minute. He hangs out in the first building that you approach, was our 2-story welcome center, and our full-time lifestyle coordinator is housed there. So to learn all things about Cane Island, you start with the welcome center. Adjacent to the welcome center is our 2-story fitness center, 24-hour key fob access, cardio weights on the bottom, free weights on the top, showers, locker room, and all the toiletries. And we rent it, like
like a health club, like a private club.
Yes, sir. And our hostesses go through the entire amenity village about once every hour, just making sure everything is at the standard fit and finish that we expect. Not attached to the fitness center, but right adjacent to it. We wanted a series of buildings rather than one large one. We created the yoga studio. That's the place where you would take a spin class or a dance class or stretching or core exercises. In fact, there's over 200 classes that are taught there. The way it works is you come into the yoga studio, again, key fob access, and you choose the class you want as well as the intensity level. And once that's entered into the system, the shades drop down, the lights dim, the projector screen drops down, and the class begins. Adjacent to the yoga studio is our lap pool. That's an adult-only pool. It was designed to look as if it was more of a reflecting pond to the yoga studio itself. And beyond that pool, there's another pool, the family pool, with all the crazy kid splash bucket apparatus. The special area that's shaded, that's only a foot deep for the babies and those who just want to put their lounge chair in and relax, and a whole series of custom cabanas alongside the pool's edge, overlooking the pool and the lake.
That's a wonderful picture that you're painting. Let's go back to the very entrance, and it sounds like that attraction is reminiscent of something you'd see at a Las Vegas hotel. Right? I mean, you have that, and also at your other development, you have some kind of attraction as people come in there, too.
Well, we are from Nevada, we'll admit that. And, of course, Nevada is king of entertainment. And one of my favorite places on the Las Vegas Strip is the Bellagio and its beautiful conservatory. The sculpture that was designed for us came from out of Nevada by the same company that develops all the marquees up and down the Las Vegas Strip, Yesco. We have a lot of creative energy, and we were taking some aspects of that in a more residential, obviously, feel to our 2 communities.
But, that's brilliant, Dan, because people want to be excited about where they live. They're coming home from work, so maybe some people work at their home. You never know. Everybody's different. But when they come home to a place that has something to look forward to, an attraction, and here with the different lights and all these things, that just gets someone excited about it, and that makes for a lifestyle, and that's what we look for when we buy our homes, right?
That's absolutely right. The infrastructure that we put in, and in this case, the infrastructure includes a heartbeat, our wonderful dog hub. Those are the tools that community can use to develop from there. So again, continue on, obviously, with Cane Island, for instance, the other few amenities you have there that are all about building community. We have a conservatory, has over 7,000 plants in it. Flowering plants from floor to ceiling. We just had a wine and cheese there event, and before that, about 2 weeks ago, there was a kids craft fair there. So it's just a place to chill out and do special events. When the weather turns a little more favorable for the conservatory, we'll start doing Sunday brunches there. We have a multi-purpose room with a full commercial kitchen. Now back to Hub. He's so busy doing his ambassador duties all over the country that his private ambassador suite, which is on the second floor it sits above the cafe, in and amongst the trees overlooking the lake, his ambassador suite is generally available for the residents. So the way that works is, let's say it's your anniversary, your kid's birthday, or perhaps you just have some friends coming over for the weekend. You have to come pitch your story to Hub and explain to him why you think your cause is worthy of his suite. If Hub likes the idea, and he always likes the idea, he will bring your family the keys to his suite. It's all free. You spend the night in his suite. He buys you dinner, and you get the loft and everything else. So it's all about community.
You know, I think I'm going to like Hub when I get to meet him. I hope he would like me. It sounds like he's a dog with great discernment and a good listener, too.
Hub's a very good listener, other than stay out of the pool, Hub. He doesn't listen to that.
Okay. Well, you know, they're golden retrievers. They want to take a splash every now and then. But in the meantime, speaking of not just Hub, but the dog that is at your other development, you can tell people about that in a second. But let me ask, the training that goes into a dog that serves such an important role as an ambassador, I mean, tell us a little bit about the training. But the other thing I'm thinking, when people are living there and they take the tour, I know that they're going to talk to their friends at work and everywhere else. They go, well, our development has its own ambassador dog, and that. What great PR, but what fun it is. What about the training?
So we found a local trainer here in Texas who specialized in golden retrievers. In fact, what we did is we found the trainer first and then had the trainer choose the breed for us. So because obviously it was very important for us to have the dogs, one in each community, be family friendly, and do all the promotion, the right kind of promotion that we wanted. So Hub has his own business cards, and we say at Cane Island, it's good to know Hub.
There's no doubt about it. Well, tell us about the other community, Meridiana.
Meridiana is not quite done yet. Meridiana all the major amenities, similar to Cane Island, will be all finished here, subject to rain, in September. Also, like Cane Island, Meridiana has its own dedicated exit interchange called Meridiana Parkway. It's just south. It's on 288, just south of 6. That will be probably done in November per TxDOT. So the entrance at Meridiana is a little different. At Cane Island, we talked about the arches. At Meridiana, we have a 2-story phenomenal LED screen, call it a film wall. And adjacent to that are several plants growing beside it. For example, as you come in, the imagery will change probably every day. And it's not a lot of words. In fact, it probably will be never any words. It's all about emotion. So for example, right now we're programming it so it's a waterfall, and then the waterfall breaks, and a rose slowly opens up, 2 stories wide, and then the waterfall will again become on, and when it stops the next time or parts, perhaps a butterfly, close up is flying through the community. We're working on the ability to have it learn who the residents are via some kind of sensor system, and maybe on your birthday, for instance, when you come by the community, you enter it, it'll do something emotionally charged just for you and your family. So that's the entrance. Once you get beyond that, it also has the amenity village and has several of the same kinds of amenities we have at Cane Island. Meridiana has a welcome center, a fitness center, a lap pool, a family pool. It also has a conservatory, but the conservatory at Meridiana is not land-based. We actually extended it out over one of the lakes. So it's just a phenomenal, different kind of, nighttime visual at the conservatory at Meridiana. The other thing that we did at Meridiana was made an unprecedented commitment to education. So we worked secretly for over a year and a half with the great teachers of the Alvin Independent School District. And we told them, we want to build you some outdoor learning labs, but we want to make sure that they're usable and that they fit your needs and your curriculum. So they came up with a whole list of things that tie directly to their curriculum from kindergarten all the way through grade 12. And the first 3 of those labs are currently under construction and will all be opened up next month, hopefully, again, rain permitting. One is Galileo's lab. It has we could talk 25 minutes just on what Galileo's have, but I'll just hit a couple highlights. I mean, it includes a weather station, a wetlands habitat experimental station, some physics experiments, sound experiments, and some play structures. It's got a planetarium in it, all the planets to vary, all to scale, so on and so forth. The most iconic laboratory is our Meridian Tower, hence the name Meridiana. It's a 60-foot tall tower. It also was made by the same company that built the arches in Cane Island, so it came out of Nevada. It's the state's tallest Meridian Tower. So what happens is every day at exactly solar noon, which is not exactly noon as we know it, the sun lines up perfectly with an aperture in the tower. And it puts both a shadow on the ground as well as a ray of sunlight piercing that shadow, and we know exactly where that sun ray light is going to hit every day of the year at noon. And so it's just it's both a beautiful structure, artistic, as well as a wonderful learning tool. We took that whole concept of learning even farther then. So, well, why not put all these great amenities, the welcome center, the fitness center, the yoga studio, all those kinds of things, and let's line them all up so that they're exactly in line with the Meridian Tower sky map, which is a map that's on the base of the tower. So, for instance, there is a line called the Solar Equinox line, and the front door of the Meridiana Elementary School, which is now open last month, is exactly in line with the solar equinox line. There's a lot of educational exploration things that happen at Cane Island that might not be very obvious at first until you go on to explore. Similar to Cane Island, we have our beautiful ambassador at Meridiana. Her name is Soleil, which is French for sun, and she doesn't have an ambassador suite. Soleil she thinks she's a little more sophisticated, so she has a yacht that sits right out on the amenity village lake that sleeps a family of 6.
I'm looking at her picture right now. She is beautiful, and we'll tell people the website is meridianatexas.com. Again, meridianatexas.com. Let's tell them the website at Cane Island. I don't know if we did that.
Cane Island, just caneisland.com.
Very easy. And once again, embellish the fact that at Cane Island right now, all the amenities are up and running, ready for use, and Meridiana, Texas will be ready, you say October? Is it everything will be finished?
Everything is done at Cane Island, and all the amenities will be finished hopefully this month at Meridiana. And our grand opening will be early next year in Meridiana, because we don't want to have a massive grand opening at Meridiana until the Meridiana interchange is complete, and that'll probably be done in November. So although the amenities will be done, we'll have the grand opening next year.
And if people want to be a part of any of the events or activities there, go to the website. Is there a newsletter that they can sign up for either one? Because I know people are hearing this and they're saying, what great innovations that Dan has brought forth here.
I appreciate that. Thank you. At either one of the websites, so Texas.com or CaneIsland.com, there's a place where you could choose to join the interest list, and then we update you monthly on all things, whatever that, per the different community.
And certainly somebody at either Welcome Center can direct them to these things and get them tuned into. There may be somebody that says, Dan, hey, I don't know which one I want to live in. I want to go check them out. And you have awesome builders at both locations, right?
We do. At Cane Island, we have house prices from about $250,000 to over $2 million, because we're just opening up a custom community. Our home builders are Toll Brothers, Trendmaker. We have Cal Atlantic, Perry Homes, David Weekley Homes, Shea Homes, and Plantation. And at Meridiana, we have models right now up, and we have Highland Homes, Trendmaker, Taylor Morrison, David Weekley, Perry, Shea, Cal Atlantic, and Plantation.
Now, also, Dan, give us a word, as you are the president of Rise Communities, and I would say you are a visionary. To be able to come to Texas, Houston, Texas, what was the driving force where you said, hey, I want to go to Houston and really bring some new ideas forth and create communities that people really, really get excited about and enjoy? Give us a word about that.
Well, I think if we have an advantage, it's from not being in Houston before. So we came with a fresh set of eyes and paid a lot of attention, listened to a lot of people for a long time, and then really tried to come up with something different and raise the bar both for our own company. We were passionate about the communities we develop. I always, as well as the vice president, always live in a community that we develop. So Cane Island was the first one done, so my family will be moving in there. And then you surround yourself with equal-minded, passionate people, and you have fun, and you always say, for Meridiana, a perfect example, the medical center is probably going to be the major employer for Meridiana. It's about a half an hour commute. We think about 25% of the people living in Meridiana will likely be associated with the medical center. And there's lots of living opportunities between the medical center and south to us all the way down on 288, at 6. So we always said, will I drive 5 minutes or 10 minutes farther to get to this community? And if the answer wasn't yes, then we weren't done planning it. And we finally believe now that Meridiana has all those elements, including the new elementary school. And it was just announced, I don't know if you saw it, that the next high school stadium will be built in Meridiana. It's going to open up in 2018.
Super awesome. I can't wait to go there and get a real tour. I drove by Cane Island very quickly. In the meantime, Dan, thank you for being on the show. Tell them again, the website's, Dan?
CaneIsland.com, MeridianaTexas.com.
Super cool. Dan Naef, president of Rise Communities. And again, we welcome our friend, our new sponsor, Brett Hatfield. Brett, what do you think? Pretty exciting, eh?
You know what? It's
I want to
just a
move,
pleasure.
right?
There you go. Yeah, we definitely want to move out there. It's absolutely gorgeous. I've been out there quite a lot, and I just can't thank Dan enough for allowing us to become involved in it, the project out there. If you haven't been out there, you need to go. Even to a lot of the agents, call and schedule a time to go out there and do a tour with Dan, and he'll give you some wine, a little bit of food, and it's.
And I want to get
really
on that
worthwhile.
calendar for those events. It sounds like some great things are coming up as we get into hopefully cooler weather. In the meantime, they can go to downunda.com. They'll hear the promo here in a minute. Thank you, Brett Hatfield. Thank you, Dan, for being on the show. And as always, thank you for listening to Successful Living. You could check out this show on Bill Napick Radio Shows. That's my YouTube channel. In fact, you can see these fine gentlemen right here. It's almost like TV. So if you're not listening at the time of broadcast, go to Bill Napick Radio Shows. And until next week, Successful Living, check us out. Thank you for listening.
Downunda Pools can help make your backyard a focal point for luxury outdoor living. Imagine coming home from a hard day's work and enjoying the evening in a spa-like environment with pool, water features, and lighting integrated seamlessly into your home and landscaping design. Downunda's design team has a seasoned eye for color, scale, proportion, and detail. Even more important is Downunda's commitment to the highest quality construction practices to achieve the highest standards of hydraulic and structural integrity. Downunda is one of the most creative and trusted pool and landscape builders in Houston because of their award-winning design and construction and an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. Visit downundapools.com to see examples of what could be in your backyard. That's DOWNUNDA pools.com. Down Under. Pools for the mind, body, and soul.